morning, folks. My name is Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. The purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if there's probable cause for those charges. Probable cause simply means that it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person who committed the crime. As you'll stand before me this morning, I will presume that you're innocent. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of these proceedings unless and until the state attorney's office can prove the charges against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We will set your conditions of pretrial release, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit, or the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there will be any additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be, and if you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the public defender to represent you this morning. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you haven't had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, I have a trio of assistant state attorneys in the courtroom with me this morning. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. You all solemnly swear or affirm, tell truth, whole truth, none but the truth. Outstanding. When I call your name, please step forward to the podium. Amy Chevalier. Morning, miss. What's your date of birth?
5977.
All right, ma'am, you have two charges this morning. I have unlawful sexual activity with a minor and transmission of harmful material to a minor. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself and hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD, Steve.
Pretrial diversion, dismissal of organized fraud in 2007, and a dismissal of, in 2013, there was a dismissal of obtaining controlled substance by withholding information. Several counts of that were all dismissed in 2013.
Okay. And Amy, I have an address for you on Eastwood Trail in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
Since 2002.
Okay. And do you have a job these days?
Not as of currently.
Okay.
Your Honor, state's asking for a GPS as a condition of bond, obviously.
Right.
And no contact with the victim.
Okay. So, Amy, here's what we're going to do on count one. I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. On count two at $2,000. That's a total of $12,000. Condition of those bonds, however, is that you'll have no contact with the alleged victim. You also will have no contact with anyone under the age of 18. No contact means no contact of any kind. You don't call, you don't write, you don't email, you don't text message, you don't contact them through social media, you don't have a third person contact him. Don't go where he lives, don't go where he works, or don't go where he goes to school. No contact of any kind. Any way that you might imagine having contact, I forbid you to do that. It means no contact even if he wants to have the contact. So if you answer your phone and hear his voice, you should hang up. If you're out and about and see him, you should turn around and run the other way. You need to understand that he has no ability to drop the charges against you. That decision can only come from the state attorney's office. So you must assume that the no contact order will stay in effect through the whole thing, through the whole case. You also, if you bond out, will be subject to GPS monitoring at your expense. The GPS monitoring conditions will also warn you to stay away from places where folks under the age of 18 congregate. That could be schools or churches or such as that. I believe that you have children of your own. I'm not ordering you not to have contact with your own children, but it may be because of these charges that the Department of Children and Families gets involved with your life, and it'll be up to them what sort of contact you have with your own children. You'll be back in court on the 5th of September If you get out, you should go see the public defender right away. If you can't get out, they're going to come see you at the jail before your court date, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That concludes my business. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may, Mr. Chair. Mr. Giannini, have a nice day.
See ya.
Thank you. Do that. And then Leodan Menendez. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
Buenos días, señor. ¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
1992.
1992.
That's the month and the day.
¿Y el mes y el día?
Agosto del 19.
August 19th. Muy bien.
You're here, sir, on a warrant that was signed by Judge McCatherine. Apparently, you failed to appear in his court on a charge of no valid driver's license.
Usted está aquí por una orden de arresto que fue firmada por el juez McCatherine por no haber comparecido a una cita ante el tribunal.
And Mr. Lewis, is this something he can resolve this morning?
I think so, Judge. I'm showing a 2016, leaving the scene of an accident, and then it's not showing, I'm not seeing a county on that though. And then they have a 2017 Sumter County, just out of county warrant, Pasco County failure to appear. So that's the extent of the criminal history.
Okay.
So I would imagine someone out of straight jail would probably do it.
Okay. Mr. Menendez, if you'd like to resolve your case today, I would sentence you to 5 days in the county jail. You have credit for 2 served. Is that something you'd like to do today?
Señor Menéndez, si usted quisiera resolver su caso hoy, lo condenaría a 5 días de cárcel con crédito por 2 días que ha cumplido. ¿Eso es algo que le interesaría a usted para resolver el caso?
Y pues una pregunta,
Could I ask a question?
Yes.
Sí.
¿y tengo fianza?
Do I have a bond?
Yeah, I can set a bond for you if you'd rather do that.
Bueno, sí, yo le podría fijar una fianza si usted preferiría eso.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And, sir, I have an address for you on Chasson Lane in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Señor, tengo una dirección para usted en Chasson Lane en Spring Hill, ahí es donde usted vive.
Yo vivo en Brooksville.
I live in Brooksville.
What's your address in Brooksville?
¿Y cuál es su dirección en Brooksville?
Es 36. Bueno, ya se me olvidó porque ya no vivo allí, cambié de casa.
Your Honor, could I ask him? Dijo que se lo olvidó. ¿Por qué?
Ya ves, es como 36. Además que viví en la casa, pero me moví a otra casa y cuando me agarraron no sé la dirección.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
That's okay. Keep trying.
Señor, entiendo los números que me está diciendo, pero no entiendo que se lo olvidó. ¿Por qué?
No, es como 36, 34, 60, como 39.
Your Honor, he keeps repeating 3-6, and I can't remember because, and I can't understand what he says after that, but he ended up saying 3-6, 3-4, 60, 39.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
¿Usted está empleado hoy día?
Sí.
Yes.
What do you do?
¿A qué se dedica?
A construcción.
Construction.
I'm going to appoint the public defender. I'll set the bond at $2,000. I'll have you back in court on the 6th of September.
Le asignó el defensor público y fijó su fianza en $2,000 y va a estar de regreso ante el tribunal el 6 de septiembre.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Melanie Cox. Want to miss what's your date of birth?
9/20/87.
I'm sorry, say that again?
9/20/87.
Okay. Melanie, you're here on a warrant that was signed by Judge Toner. He apparently failed to appear in his court on 5 charges. Carrying a concealed firearm, 2 counts of possession of controlled substance, 1 count of possession of paraphernalia, and 1 count of no motor vehicle registration. Did you have an attorney on those cases, Melanie?
No, sir.
Are you going to hire your own? You want a public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD.
It appears that the history was just these cases.
Yeah, and these are Judge Toner's warrants. So, Judge Toner set your bond at $4,000 on the 3 felony cases, and $2,000 on the paraphernalia, and $1,000 on the registration, which is a total of $15,000. Melanie, I'm not going to change those. We'll send you back to see Judge Toner on August 28th. They told you September 5th. The right date is August 28th. If you get out, you should go see the public defender right away. If you can't get out, they will come see you at the jail, all right?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you. Jelaine Heiss. Want to miss what's your date of birth?
9/12/87.
And you're here on a warrant that was signed by Judge Einman. He found probable cause for a retail theft. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll point the PD. State.
2016, dealing in stolen property. Some sort of theft. I think that was grand theft or petty theft. Several petty thefts, another dealing in stolen property, and a probation violation that appears to be current because it's July of 2017 out of Pasco County.
Yeah, sends the hold. All right, Jelaine, I have an address for you on Willowbrook Court in Hudson. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
A little over 2 months. I was living on my own.
Okay.
Before that for a year.
Okay. You have a job these days?
I did before I came in, so I could probably get it back when I get out.
Okay. We'll leave the bond at the $500. You'll be back in court on this charge on the 6th of September. If you're not getting out, the public defender will come see you before that, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Jessica Mackelman?
And Judge, I don't have a criminal history on Miss Mackelman, so.
Want to miss what's your date of birth?
3/21/89.
Jessica, the charge is battery being domestic in nature. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
Appoint the public defender. All right. And Jessica, I have an address for you on Spring Haven Loop. Is that where you live?
I won't be anymore.
Okay. You were living there?
Yes.
Okay. And that's where Ashley was living?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes.
What do you do?
Dog groomers.
Okay. All right. Jessica, I'll set your bond at $500. Condition of the bond is that you have no contact with Ashley. Did you hear me explain no contact earlier this morning?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that?
Yes.
In your case, I have to hold you up until 4 this afternoon so that if Ashley wanted to serve you with a civil injunction for protection against domestic violence, we'd know where to find you. If you get the civil injunction, it's doubly important that you not have contact because in that case, not only could you get your bond revoked here, but you could get new charges for violating the injunction. As far as that address on Spring Haven Loop goes, if you have things there that you need to collect, you can do that, but you must contact the sheriff's office first. They'll meet you there with a deputy, and then you can grab your things and get going wherever you're going. I'll have you back in court on the 6th of September. Make sure you go see the public defender when you get out, all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alana Moore? Want to Miss Moore, what's your date of birth?
August 3rd, 94.
And And first thing I have for you is a warrant that I signed. I found probable cause for one count of trespass, and then we also have one count of possession of drug paraphernalia. As to those charges, there's probable cause. You want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD, Steve.
I'm only showing these 2 charges, Judge.
All right. And Alana, is there someplace you've been staying lately? You've been living outdoors? What's been going on?
All of that. I'm homeless for like 4.5 months now, so wherever I
Okay. And do you have any work? You employed at all?
can. No, I used to have my own housekeeping business, but it's inconsistent, so no.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $100 on each case. The total is $200. They're both coming back on the 6th of September. If you get out, you should go see the public defender right away, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Carlos Aponte. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
11/17/70.
Carlos, the charge is driving under the influence. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Give me a public defender,
I'll
sir.
appoint the public defender, Steve.
I'm not showing a criminal history, Judge. It appears this is the only thing.
And Carlos, I have an address for you on Woodridge Lane in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
5 years.
And you have a job these days?
Yes.
What do you do?
Self-employed.
What do you do?
Truck driver. Over the road.
Okay. Set your bond at $500. I'll have you back in court on the 6th of September. When you get out, make sure you go see the public defender, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Robert Bremer. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
Pretty sure it's 11/27/63.
Okay.
Got hit by a car, sir, so my brain's a little, not too sure on it, but
Okay. Charge is grand theft, Robert. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire a private lawyer. Would you like me to appoint an attorney from the public defender's office?
well, sure, I hope we can take it here today. It was a public electric car I was on. I was shopping, and I drove it down too far because I tried to get hit by this car.
Okay, Robert, hang on. Robert, hang on. Don't talk about what happened. I can't resolve it today because it's a felony charge. I'm going to go ahead and appoint you a lawyer so they can come out and see you and get it resolved as quick as possible, all right? Any history?
All right,
Steve?
that'll work.
Hang on a sec. Any history?
Judge, he's got, let's see, we have a 1986 shoplifting, 1990 DUI, 1990 ag assault with a weapon. This was unavailable on that, so I'm not sure what happened with that. 1990 aggravated battery, which resulted in some form of a plea. It looked like it stayed a felony. 1993 probation violation regarding a DUI. 1994 appears to be a burglary. And Willis. 94 petty theft. 94 petty theft. 95 burglary and grand theft.
That probably gets
95 escape.
That gets us where we got to go, Rob. All right, so Robert, I'm going to leave your bond at the $2,000. I'll have you back in court on the 5th of September. The lawyer will come talk to you, and we'll get this worked out right away, all right?
No, you know.
Thank you. Lecter Davis? Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
5/19/1970.
Lecter charges possession of methamphetamine. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire a private counsel? Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'll point the PDs, Dave.
1987, burglary. 1988, ag assault with a weapon. 1988, probation violation, which landed him in prison in January of 89. 91, burglary, grand theft. Burglary, trespass, grand theft. Dealing in stolen property. 92, sex assault arrest, but that apparently was dropped. 92, grand theft probation violation. 95, probation violation. 98, DV battery. 99, DV battery. 2000, violation of injunction. 2001, probation violation. 2001, grand theft. 2001, petty theft. 2001, another petty theft. 2001, another petty theft. 2001, probation violation. 2002, petty theft. 2002, petty theft. 2002, fraudulent motor vehicle title. 2002, petty theft. 2003, probation violation. 2005, Willis. 2005, failure to appear. 2006, petty theft. 2006, petty theft up to a felony petty theft. Disposition of guilty on that. 2006, burglary with an assault. 2006, probation violation. 2007, felony petty theft. Grand theft.
That's probably good. Gotcha. David, second address for you on Fieldcrest Lane in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
Almost 2 years, sir.
Do you have a job these days?
No, sir.
Okay.
I guess they call it junking or whatever, scrapping and stuff.
Okay, right. We'll leave your bond at the 2,000, Mr. Davis. We'll have you back in court on the 5th of September. If you get out, go see the PD. Otherwise, they're going to come see you at the jail, all right?
All right. Wasn't this an illegal search, Your Honor?
Well, that'll be something to talk to your lawyer about, all right?
All right.
Very good. Justin Hairpack? Morning, Justin. What's your date of birth?
9/22/88.
All right. Justin, you're here on a warrant that I signed. You failed to appear on a notice to appear on a VOP. Ms. Nettie, what's the recommendation on Justin?
30 days.
Justin, the recommendation on your violation of probation is 30 days in the county jail. If you want to take that this morning, you can. If you'd rather have a chance to speak to an attorney first, you sure can do that. What would you like to do?
I just came from Pasco County Jail. I spent 123 days there. 132 days there. Plus time already spent in here.
Okay.
I think it was 17 days. I was actually kind of hoping to resolve this and go home today.
Okay. That sounds like we might be able to do that. And at the jail, do we have any idea how long Justin was in Pasco County Jail?
I'm reviewing their paperwork for you.
Okay.
Looks from what I'm seeing, the date of arrest is 4/4/17.
Okay.
It was like March 28th.
It's plenty. Justin, it's plenty. It's plenty. You understand by entering an admission to a violation of probation, you give up the right to have a trial to the court, the right to confront the witnesses against you, and the right to have a lawyer represent you, but you want to give up those rights so we can resolve your case today?
Yes.
In case number 16, MM2842, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes.
I'll accept the admission, find it's freely and voluntarily made, revoke and terminate the probation unsuccessfully, adjudicate you guilty of the underlying charge. If we didn't do that before, sentence you to 30 days in the county jail, credit 30 days served. $50 cost of prosecution, but that takes care of it, Justin. If there's nothing else keeping you in the jail, you'll be released today, all right?
All right.
Thank you. Sean McAllister. Sean, what's your date of birth?
4/20/80.
All right, Sean, this is a probable cause arrest for violation of community control. Looks like there is probable cause for the violation. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself, hire private counsel, you want the public defender.
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. Bond, of course, is no bond. We'll have you back in court on September 5th. Public defender will come see you before then, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Jason McDonald.
Judge, was that a Judge Merritt date? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Morning, Jason. What's your date of birth?
6/17/74.
Okay. And you are also here on a probable cause arrest for violation of community control. There is probable cause. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'll appoint the PD. Bond, of course, is no bond. I will have you back on the 28th of August, and the public defender will come see you before then, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. James Morgan.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Morgan. What's your date of birth?
12/13/1991.
And Mr. Morgan, this is a probable cause arrest for a VOP. Looks like the probation came out of Pasco. Does that sound familiar?
Yes, sir. They just released me about 2-3 days ago, and then I went and checked in with probation, and I guess they weren't supposed to release me.
Okay.
So I'm back here because I originally was here, and they gave me a court date of 8/14, but I didn't know that I was getting transported over to Pasco.
Okay. Well, you're going to be on no bond, James. We're going to give Pasco 5 days to come get you. It doesn't take 5 days with Pasco. But if for some strange reason you're still here 5 days from now, they'll bring you back to see me. We'll find out what the holdup is, so you'll get back to Pasco, and we'll figure out what the situation down there is as soon as you get back. Okay?
Okay, yeah, they never give me a court date or anything.
Yeah, I don't have a Pasco court date for you. You'll get that when you get down there. Okay?
Okay, all right, thank you.
Malcolm Morgan. Morning, Malcolm. What's your date of birth?
12/6/87.
All right, Malcolm, you're here on a warrant that was signed by Judge Merritt. Apparently, you failed to appear in his court on 3 charges: possession of cocaine, resisting without, and grand theft. Did you have a lawyer on those cases, Malcolm?
No, sir.
Would you like the public defender?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender. Judge Merritt set your bond at no bond. Unfortunately, I can't change that. I'll send you back to see him on the 5th of September, and the public defender will come see you before then, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Gary Payne. Morning again, Mr. Payne. What's your date of birth?
5/17/49, sir.
All right, Mr. Payne, now we have a probable cause arrest for violation of your probation out of Hillsborough County. There is probable cause for the VOP, of course. So how this will work, Mr. Payne, this is a no bond case. You'll stay here until you get your local charge resolved. When your local charge is resolved, then they'll transfer you to Hillsborough County to deal with the VOP, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Marcus Rhodes. Morning, Marcus. What's your date of birth?
9/16/79. Good morning, sir.
Okay. Marcus, I have a warrant this morning that I signed. I found probable cause for 1 count of possession of paraphernalia. And then we also have a new charge of burglary of a dwelling. There's probable cause for that. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Appoint the public defender.
Public defender is appointed, and state what you tell me.
It doesn't look like anything in Florida, but we've got an Ohio criminal history of, well, that doesn't make sense because he would have been 5 years old. Judge, I'm going to go with we have no criminal history at this time.
All right. And Marcus, I have an address for you. I don't have an address. You've been staying with somebody or living outdoors? What's going on?
Both, sir.
Okay. You have a job these days?
Not really, sir.
Okay. All right. On the burglary, I'll set the bond at $2,500. On the trespass at $1,000, so the total is $3,500. Marcus. The burglary is coming back on the 5th of September. The trespass on the 6th of September. Public defender will come see you at the jail about both cases. If you can't bond out, if you do bond out, you should go see them right away. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ricky Schultz. Morning, Mr. Schultz. What's your date of birth?
8561.
Ricky, the first thing I have is a warrant that was signed by Judge Rupi. She found probable cause for 3 charges: grand theft, defrauding a pawnbroker, and dealing in stolen property. And then I have another warrant also signed by Judge Rupi where she found probable cause for dealing in stolen property and defrauding a pawnbroker. Mr. Lewis, any history in the 21st century?
It's actually 2010 cocaine possession, 2011 failure to appear, 2014 something about a county warrant, 2016 grand theft motor vehicle, and 2017 out of Pasco County fraudulent information to a pawnbroker and dealing in stolen property.
All right. And Mr. Schultz, I have an address for you on Took Shore Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Correct.
How long you been there?
10 years.
Do you have a job these days?
No, I do not.
Okay. I'll set your bond. There's a total of 5 counts. I'll set the bond at $2,000 on each count, so the total will be $10,000. All of these are coming back on the 5th of September. If you get out, make sure you go see the public defender right away, okay?
Yes, sir. There's no way to lower that because my mom is 95 and my dad just passed away 2 weeks ago and she needs somebody to take care of her.
I just lowered it by $12,000. The scheduled bond was $22,000 and I lowered it to $10,000.
And that grand theft auto was dropped. That wasn't
okay.
That's so on record.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brian Smith.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Brian. What's your date of birth?
6/14/79.
Okay. Brian, you're here on a warrant that I signed. You failed to appear in my court last March on the charge of possession of marijuana. Did you have a lawyer on that case, Brian?
No, sir. I've been in Pasco County Jail ever since I left here.
Okay. And
They didn't transfer me here for court.
well, sometimes we don't figure it out till you're done. Jail, can you tell me how long Brian was in jail in Pasco?
The date of arrest in Pasco is 2/20/17, but it looks like the date of arrest for our charge, it was the same day, 2/20/17.
Since February? Is that what you're saying?
That's what it shows on my
Okay.
paperwork from them.
Yes, sir.
And all right, so Brian, I'm happy to give you a time served on the marijuana charge. It'll mean a 1-year driver's license suspension, but I'm happy to do that this morning if you wish. If you'd rather talk to a lawyer first, then you can do that.
No, sir. I'd like to resolve it today.
Very good. You understand by entering a plea today, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent, the right to have a lawyer represent you, but you want to give up those rights so we can resolve this today?
Yes, sir.
Case number 17-MM-698 as to the charge that you possessed marijuana. How do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
If they get me out here, no contest.
It'll get you out of there. I'll accept that
Yes, sir, I
plea.
won't
Mine is freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty. Sentence is 60 days in the county jail. Credit 60 days served. Fine in court cost is $533. and there'll be a 1-year driver's license suspension, but that takes care of it, Brian. If there's nothing else keeping you in the jail, you'll be released today, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good luck. Henry Taylor. Morning, Henry. What's your date of birth?
1985.
Henry, we've got 3 charges this morning: possession of methamphetamine, possession of controlled substance, and possession of marijuana. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself, you want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender. State.
2006, burglary of a dwelling, petty theft. 2006, possession of burglary tools and dealing in stolen property. 2006, drug possession. 2006, paraphernalia. 2006, failure to appear. 2007, probation violation out of Citrus. 2007, probation violation out of Levy County. 2007, FTA in Citrus. 2008, obstruction. And appears to be witness tampering. And a battery charge, which looks to be a misdemeanor battery charge. Possession of burglary tools, burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, trespass. Possession of unlisted chemical, possession of paraphernalia, possession of cannabis under, stint in DOC starting in 2010, out sometime in 2011, another drug possession, and driving on a suspended license. Back in DOC in 2012. Out in 2014. Picked up another burglary. Destruction of conveyance, also burglary of a conveyance. Resisting is out. 2014, grand theft. 2014 Dwellis, 2014 Dwellis, 2015 VOP, 2015 VOP, back in prison 2015. That's it.
Okay. And Henry, you've been staying any place lately, living outdoors? What's going on?
Living outdoors.
Okay. You got a job these days?
Nope.
Okay. Leave the bonds per the schedule, which is $5,000 on the meth, $2,000 on the controlled substance, and $1,000 on the marijuana. That's a total of $8,000. I'm going to have you back in court on the 5th of September. They might have told you the 6th. The right date is the 5th. If you get out, you should go see the public defender. Otherwise, they're going to come see you at the jail, all right?
All right.
Thank you. Douglas Trammell.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Douglas. What's your date of birth?
August 4th, 1977.
Douglas, we have 6 charges this morning. I've got possession or sale of controlled substance, 2 counts possession of controlled substance, another count of possession or sale of controlled substance, count of possession of marijuana, and possession of paraphernalia. There's probable cause to those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
I'll take the public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. State.
2003 battery, 2004 burglary of conveyance, resisting. Trespass, 2010 out-of-county warrant, 2010 failure to appear, 2011 looks like criminal use of personal identification, providing a false name to law enforcement, 2011 violation probation, 2013 2 counts of stalking and 1 count of resisting without out of Hernando County. Some or all of that, though, apparently was dropped. And that's it.
All right. And Douglas, I have an address for you on Thornton Court in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
About 7 years.
You have a job these days?
I own a business. I'm an IT contractor, and a programmer.
Okay.
And, obviously, if I'm in here, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. So I was going to ask for a bond reduction if you could today, so I can get back to work.
Well, I'm going to leave the bond for the schedule, which is $2,000 on the felonies and $1,000 on the 2 misdemeanors. That's a total of $10,000. We'll have them back on the 5th of September. If you get out, you should go see the public defender. Otherwise, they'll come see you at the jail. All right?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Christopher Whitney.
Hello, Your Honor.
Morning, Christopher. All right. You're here on a warrant I signed because you failed to appear on court on your charge of driving on a suspended license. Christopher, you came a week late, right?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. I got the dates mixed up. Actually, I was going to pay it yesterday, but I happened to be arrested, so.
Okay. So how soon am I going to get $236 out of you?
As soon as I can get out of here. I have nobody down here to let me out, so. I have a $600 paycheck waiting at my boss's office right now.
Okay.
I can come there today if I could be ROR or something like that.
All right, hang on a second. Let's see. I've got. What's next Tuesday? What's the
18th?
14th?
No, 14th.
Is that right?
14th. Tuesday be the 15th.
15th.
Call.
All right. Here's what I'll do, Christopher. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance today.
Thank you.
And we're going to find out if you mean what you say. Because then I'm going to have you come back and see me next Tuesday at 9 a.m. on August 15th. Okay?
Okay.
And you're going to come and show me that you've paid the $236, and then you and I will part ways on a good note, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so they're going to release you. I'm going to see you on the 15th of August. I want to see you no matter what. Even if you pay, I want to see you on the 15th, okay?
Yes, sir, Your
All
Honor.
right, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
You bet. No. Michael Wiggs.
Yes, Your Honor.
Morning, Mr. Wiggs. What's your date of birth?
11/18/72.
All right. Charge is violation of a domestic violence injunction as probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'll point the PD. State.
2004 DB battery, heroin trafficking, possession of paraphernalia. The trafficking looks like it was dropped. Can't tell on the paraphernalia and the DB. 2004 Berg structure, grand theft, possession of controlled substance and paraphernalia, as well as carrying a concealed weapon. 2004 possession, controlled substance, paraphernalia, carrying a concealed weapon and or firearm. 2005 Polk County burglary of structure, grand theft. And that was it for 2005, and then we have a battery in June of 2017, which is probably when we were here.
Okay. She got an open case, Christy?
That is it's a Hernando case. I have a June, the hit is June 2nd, 2017, Hernando County battery, domestic violence.
It certainly could have been no info.
It was dropped.
Yeah.
Okay, and then probably the injunction came out of that. So,
Right.
okay.
All right, Michael, I have an address for you on Albany Road in Weequahic. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
5 years.
You have a job these days?
Graphic design.
Say it again?
Graphic design.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set your bond to $1,000. Obviously, condition of the bond is no contact with Amanda. Did you hear me explain no contact earlier?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that now?
I do not.
Okay. And you understand any further contact will have you in jail without bond?
I understand.
Okay. I'm going to have you back in court on the 6th of September. If you get out, make sure you go see the public defender, all right?
Okay.
Thank you. Arthur Williams.
And I'm showing that one needs to go to Judge Merritt, Judge.
Morning, Mr. Williams. What's your date of birth?
12/27/92.
And Arthur, this morning I got 17 counts of tampering with a victim or witness. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself and hire a private counsel. Would you like a public defender?
A public defender, sir.
I'll appoint the PD. And on these other cases, does he have bond on any of those anymore? I assume not.
No, the misdemeanor now.
And then there's a bunch of counts of violation of pretrial release.
Right, there were 60 counts and there was no bond on them.
Those are all no bond?
Right.
Okay. And now we got 17 counts of tampering. And you said it has to go to
Judge Merritt. Judge Merritt's C docket.
which that's the 5th of September? That's where it's set right now.
Your Honor,
Yes?
Judge Merritt ordered me yesterday, so I would like it, can I get a bond on these charges, which he said I would be able to, according to the new case law?
You got ROR'd yesterday?
Yes, sir.
That seems unlikely, but we have anything to that effect?
I'm showing the note
Your
I
Honor,
have
I
here
need
to
to-
send new felony cases to Judge Merritt's C docket on for 17 counts of witness tampering, date of offense between July 21st and August
And
1.
at the jail, what do you guys know?
Yes, sir. I show yesterday ROR was granted on his felony case of the 17 CFL 93.
And what were the pending felony charges?
These ones today.
Can you hang on?
The one he's in custody on, that was ROR yesterday, is it for domestic battery?
But there is a new arraignment date set for that one, 9/5 also.
On which one?
The felony from, he was there yesterday. The motion to ROR was granted and there's a new arraignment date.
An ROR and a domestic battery.
That's what the file says.
It's not even legal.
I don't know. It says motion for ROR granted, state hasn't filed within the required time. And there's a new arraignment date already set for 9/5.
And it went to arraignment yesterday?
Yes.
I can find out real quick.
Well, obviously they put me right in the middle of a rock and a hard place.
Mm-hmm. Can we pass it for a minute, Judge?
Yeah, hang on a second, Arthur.
Yes, sir.
Just sending a message to the prosecutor who handled it yesterday.
Okay. He's still, all those violations of pretrial release charges are misdemeanors, right?
That's correct.
Those are all still no bond, right?
That's correct.
I'm good. All right. So Arthur, whatever happened in your felony case, that's what happened. You're still on no bond on a bunch of misdemeanor charges. So what I'm going to do on these charges, there's 17 counts of witness tampering. You're entitled to bond on these. So I'm going to set a bond of $5,000 on each count. That's a total of $85,000. I'm also going to permanently remove your phone privileges. You're now not allowed to use any telephone at the jail. Every time you use a phone, you could be picking up new criminal charges. So your only contact with the outside world while you're in jail is going to be through your lawyer, all right? And I'll have you back in court on the 5th of September. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And then, Scott, 11 o'clock for Judge Ruby? 11